Hey everyone, I'm back and I have been influenced, but in a very good way. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Lauren and this is my channel, 5-Star Lore. Over here, we help Black women say bye to burnout and stress and hello to joy and excitement in their lives. If that sounds like you, then make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel so you can know when I post more videos. So, what have I been influenced about? I've been influenced about sharing a message that you have with the world and why we sometimes hold back on sharing that. So I recently watched Stephanie Perry's video, Side Hustles That Replace My Job Income. And no, this video is not about side hustles or replacing your job income, but in the video, she mentioned YouTube and how that has been one of her main factors, main sources of income, and how it has been a very great place for her to build an online community with other Black women, share the message that she has, just grow her online businesses. And it got me thinking about this share the message that you have and why we sometimes hold back in doing that. So from watching that video and also from my interactions with other Black women while I've been abroad over here in Mexico, it has made me think about why we hold back when we have a message to share. So I thought I'd talk about it today in this video. I'll start with why I even originally got into YouTube. So oddly enough, I did Stephanie Perry's YouTube Success Challenge back in 2022. I was very new to YouTube. I still think I'm new to YouTube, I'm not an expert or anything, but I was like, this is a cool challenge. Let me try it. I think it'll help me get comfortable with being behind the camera. I was in a transition period from working and just trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. So I was like, okay, why not do YouTube and talk about things that, I think audiences or people would want to hear. And I was like, okay, let me get into this. Did the challenge, after the challenge, I was doing my videos regularly. And then as with life, things happen and I just stopped. I stopped doing videos. I stopped being consistent. And if you've been on this channel or if you watch my channel, you know that I would start and stop. I'll start and I'll stop. And I really want to get out of the habit of doing that. I want to be more consistent with making videos and being on YouTube. But that's the issue that I had, was that I have this message that I want to share, but I would not be consistent in sharing this message and being behind the camera and showing up on YouTube. So then when I started my online business, my coaching business, I was like, oh, YouTube is a great way for me to have a way to share these messages outside of Instagram, because Instagram, you can do longer form content, but I feel like it's more of the quick 30 to 60 seconds, say what you gotta say. Whereas on YouTube, I can really talk about what I'm doing, how I'm helping Black women, all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, this is a great way to build my online community and connect with other Black women. But what did I do? Not be consistent, not show up, and not share my message. And I'm just thinking why do we hold back so much from sharing that message? So why do we hold back? I think it's a fear of commitment, which I've mentioned. I think it's a fear of being seen, a fear of failure. It can be all these different types of fears that we have. I think it boils down to just having some type of fear. We hold back from sharing messages because of the fears that we have, even though we know deep down inside somebody will benefit from that message. Now, as long as the message is not harmful, or it's not hurting anyone, I think that we all can have something to share. And I know for me personally, I want to share a message. And sometimes I hold back from that. And I think it's just not being committed to putting myself out there. And I don't know if it's a fear of being seen. Maybe it is. I haven't really deep dived into it, but I think it's just all of these different fears that come up for people. And I'll say for me personally, like it definitely has come up. And after watching that video and after hearing like other Black women while I've been in Mexico talk about like, oh, like, why don't you make videos? Like, oh, you have a channel, why aren't you making videos? And the excuses that I just hear myself saying, like, oh, it's longer form, like I don't want to do the editing and all yada yada yada. And it's just like excuse after excuse. Like, I have something that I want to say, but yet I'm coming up with excuses as to why I can't make the videos. And going back to like videos I've said before, like none of this stuff has to be perfect. Like it's going to hit somebody in the way that it should. The message will come across if it comes across. So I just had to think about like, these are excuses that I'm making as to why I'm not like being committed to YouTube and getting behind the camera. And I really had to sit and think about that, and this fear of being seen, or this holding back like a message. So how have I been overcoming it? To be honest, I just have to set up the camera and do it. I know I say that a lot, like just do it. But to be honest, like if you really wanted it to happen, then it's going to happen. Like I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm trying to put out videos every Monday. I could have recorded this any other time during the week, but did I? No, because I was falling back into that pattern of, oh, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But I'm like, no, like you have to stay committed to yourself when you want to do something. Like I think that's the most important, is like showing up for yourself. So I was like, okay, this video might not be perfect. You know, it might not be perfect. Let's just leave it at that. It might not be perfect, but I'm still gonna put it out because I think the message is important. Like we have something that we want to share, then just share it, just put it out there. And that's what I've been trying to do for myself. Just stay committed and show up for myself. And what also helps is like external motivation. If you can't motivate yourself, is the external motivation. So watching other women on YouTube like Stephanie Perry is very motivating for me, because it lets me know that like there's room for everybody, and like we all have something that we want to put out into the world. It's just a matter of if you're committed to seeing it happen. So that external motivation definitely helps me, just to see like other people doing what I want to do. And by no means do I want to be like a YouTube star. Like I don't want to be that person, but I think the bigger message of just like going after something that you want, which I've said before. So yeah, I just wanted to share that message. I wanted to talk about how like that experience of watching her video and then just being in community with other women here have influenced me in a good way to just be able to get back behind the camera. I know sometimes we can get into our own heads, and like I said, all those different fears come up. The fear of commitment, fear of failure, fear of being seen, like all of that starts to pop up. But just finding ways to get back into ourselves and like how we can start sharing that message that we once wanted to share, start sharing it again. So I hope this video helps someone. I hope this message gets across. If you do have something to share that is not harmful, that is not hurting somebody, then just share it. Like it doesn't have to be on a platform like YouTube, but just making sure that like you're putting your message out there with the world if that's something that you want to do. I hope this video helps. And like I said, if you do like it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the resources that I listed below for my online business, which is coaching for women. I do have a coaching program that will be happening in the spring, and you can sign up for the waitlist in the link below, which is in the description box. and check out my website if you're interested in coaching. But I'm here on YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram at 5-star lore. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.